All right, we spent a moment just talking about this design, that it's a double-blind design, meaning that the researcher and the participant did not know what treatment they were receiving, and the goal is to figure out whether or not a patch or a drug or both together are more beneficial for helping someone quit smoking. And success is defined as not smoking for a year after the treatment. And failure would be, yes, they smoked again. So we've summarized this in a two-way table. We have 4 rows for our different categories, and then we have 2 columns down here. And so when I think about my degrees of freedom, that is going to be 4 minus 1 times 2 minus 1, or 3 degrees of freedom, 3 times 1. Now we have the observed counts. It says there are 40 successes with the patch. And I need to write this either above or to the side because I'm also going to include in here the expected. So we had 40, 74, well, how many? One. All right. So now we're ready to calculate the expected. And so expected comes from row total times column total and the table total. So notice that we don't have the totals written in here yet. So if we can, we're going to squeeze in the totals. So the table already had the totals, which is where we got the failure. Whoops. I do, just a moment. So what is the total for, why is this not working? There we go. What's the total for patch? So you're helping me do addition, right? 244. This is 244 also? Okay. And so notice that the different treatments were all roughly equal, and then we had a fewer amount that got the placebo as a control. It's a good question. I do not know at this point why. And then we also need to total the total number of successes and failures. Does anyone have the total number of successes or failures? Okay, let's do that right now. We're going to calculate the successes and the failures. So this is going to be 114. This is going to be 190, 201, 226. Awesome. So 374, 474, 520, 532, 667. Oh, good. I've won a piece of candy. And then over here, we're going to add up the total number of people in the study. 893. Good. So let's take a minute. We'll do the first one together, and then we'll pause while we fill in the rest of them. So for the first expected value, we would do the row total, which is 244, times the column total, which is 226, and divide that by the table total, which is 893. So someone with a calculator is going to yell out the expected value in just a moment. Times 226 divided by 893. I'll just do to the nearest 61.75 or 61.8. So let's take a moment to find the rest of those.